I'm quite a fan of Disney's Jiminy Cricket shorts, and You and the Living Machine is no exception. This was released in 1957, and this is, of course, narrated by Cliff Edwards as Jiminy Cricket. And sometimes with the Jiminy Cricket shorts, they can be dated, they can sometimes even be factually not completely accurate, but this one is still correct because this is all about Jiminy Cricket explaining the similarities and also the differences between the human body and machines. And Jiminy starts off by describing some machines, such as cars and aeroplanes, and how they work, and the fact that they need fuel. And you need more fuel if you're going uphill, and less fuel if you're going downhill. And we have some great animation to illustrate this, such as a train puffing up a hill and a person on a bicycle whizzing down a hill. And then he begins to explain the role of food and how food fuels the body, and that's all well and good. And then he begins to compare, or I guess show the similarities between the workings of cars and other vehicles, and the fact that they have cogs within them and mechanisms that make them work. And this is compared to the human body and the process that food goes through to become fuel. And then we have information about the one thing or the main thing that makes us different from machines. And I've never really thought about this in too much detail, but according to Jiminy Cricket, and it makes a lot of sense, intelligence is the difference between the human body and machinery. Which, when thinking about it, is pretty interesting, and everything is really well explained, really well animated, and Jiminy Cricket, of course, is an absolute delight. Jiminy Cricket, as always, also celebrates books and encourages viewers to get some books and find out more about this, which I always think is a brilliant thing. Obviously, if this cartoon was produced today, they'd probably mention the internet instead, which, yes, admittedly, the internet is quicker and easier than books, but I love books, so I rather enjoy that part of it. This is something that I think could easily be shown to a school child today, and it would pretty much be still factually correct. Obviously, some of the vehicles look a little outdated now, but nevertheless, it's really good fun, educational, quite thought provoking as well. And if you're a Disney fan or a Jiminy Cricket fan, then I think you'll enjoy it too. It's maybe not my all-time favourite Jiminy Cricket short, but I think that's largely because I prefer the ones that feel dated and they feel, quite nostalgic, even if I haven't seen that specific episode before. But nevertheless, I rather enjoyed it. Jiminy Cricket was a delight, and You and the Living Machine is definitely worth checking out if you're a Disney fan.